नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय हरे कृष्णा जय श्रील प्रभुपाद So today I was invited for some university as one of their chief guests to address the students. So it was very good to see a lot of young generation. They're very inclined to understand the purpose of life, goal of life, and especially those young students, they also need some direction. So in this world, so we have so many great scholars and so many great academics and so many great corporate leaders. It's very good to have everything, right? But what is most important, striking is the what is the direction? What is the guidance? So to navigate humanity in the right path, we need a spiritual kind of a leader, spiritual mentors, spiritual coaches. It is highly essential, especially in this generation where people are highly sensible. The little things, people get highly sensitive. People lose their temper and people lose their patience and tolerance and everything. So, after seeing everything, we can understand that. So, we are highly fortunate. Somehow or other, we got an opportunity to somebody helping us spiritually, especially great acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, and created this institution. It's like a university for all of us to understand the science of bhakti, the science of devotion, the science of our own self realization. So this is when you go outside world, you see people have education, but there is no life education. So when they step out of the college or universities to handle the real world is very brutal, very brutal. It won't be kind to you. So we need to have that life education where we can learn how to handle adversities, calamities, challenges with the right perception. That requires so much internal understanding, internal maturity, internal stamina. The whole purpose of Bhagavad-Gita to give us that internal capacity. As I mentioned many times, the whole world cannot crush you unless the water get inside. Unless the problem, you allow that, unless you give consent to it. So, how do we develop that capacity that I should not give consent to the negative emotions, the negative kind of propaganda, even the challenges or problems? You see problem as a problem. Let's not problem completely control you. You should not get victimized by the problem. So, you should know how to handle the problem. So, Bhagavad Gita is all about tackling the problems, handling the realities. So Krishna will not any miracles for you. Yes, you're reading Bhagavad Gita. Now I'll give you the siddhi, power. Now you go and erase all problems. I will take everything mystically. No, Krishna wanted Arjuna to fight. Krishna wanted Arjuna to fight. Krishna could have handled that. In the Krishna, by mystical power, he could have removed everything just a fraction of seconds. Muhurta Kale. Krishna did not do that. Krishna wanted Arjuna to do that. Krishna gave tools, resources, and guidance, but execution done by Arjuna. So that's a very important element. So Bhagavad Gita will not completely eradicate your problems. No, the problems in fact sometimes will increase also. Sometimes people comes to me and tells, Swamiji, Prabhuji, before reading Gita, my life was very flourishing. Somehow or other, after got in touch with Bhagavad Gita, my problems increase. So maybe Bhagavad Gita is like maybe Kurukshetra is coming to my house is becoming Kurukshetra. Some kind of this kind of thinking also there. No, see, you have a very ambitious goal, that is to understand God. You have very ambitious desires uh, to reach God, especially Vaikuntha Lokas. And then the path definitely will be filled with so many pebbles and thorns. You cannot expect a flowery path. No, then what is the question? What is the question of learning there? Where is the question of experience there? So the path will definitely fill with the problems and challenges. That's the reason all great acharyas, including Prahalad, including Narada Muni, even the Ambarish Maharaj, the great acharyas, they gone through so much in their journey, so much in their lives. Prahalada case, whole family members, his own father became obstacle. You see, even Pandava's side, the whole family members. Now his uncle and cousins, they become obstacles. So in the spiritual path, obstacles will be there from the inside family members, from some outside situations. Sometimes even Maya Devi will create so many troubles also. But what is our confidence here? The way Krishna navigated Arjuna to handle those challenges and to overcome those situations, overcome those enmities, adversities. Similarly, same Krishna is there for all of us in the form of Bhagavad Gita, in the form of great acharyas like Srila Prabhupada. So those teachings will definitely help us to handle the real world problems. That is the great guide, mentor, coach we have in our life is Krishna in the form of Bhagavad Gita. So we have the greatest weapon with us. What is the important thing is how do we use the weapon? We have to learn how to use the weapon. No, somebody give you the most powerful weapon, Vajrayuda. But if you don't know how to use the weapon, then what is the purpose of having the weapon? Our real problem is how do we apply the weapon? How do you use the weapon? How do you navigate into that? So that is the learning. So that you have to learn from the devotees. So then slowly, no, you get into this kind of a situation where I can practically apply Bhagavad Gita in day-to-day life. This is the important aspect of Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna give us the tools and techniques, but application we have to do it. The Bhagavatam is seeing such a powerful weapon, right? Idham Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam Uttama Shloka Charitam Chakara Bhagavan Rishihi Nishreyasya Lokasya Danyam Swasti Ayanam Maha. So, what is the ultimate good? Idam Bhagavata Nama. This Bhagavata Puranam given by Krishna, Puranam Brahma Samhitam. This is not ordinary compilation, ordinary literature. It's compiled, Brahma Samhitam. It is a Brahma Samhita means the words and everything coming from Uttama Shloka Charitam. The words coming from the transcendental planet, transcendental environment, transcendental nature, not coming from this, the material world, is coming from the spiritual world. Uttama Shloka Charitam is compiled. And who compiled that? Hmm? Nishreyasya Lokasya. What is the purpose of that? Shreyasya. It gives ultimate benefit for humanity, ultimate good for humanity, ultimate success for humanity. Lokasya, for all the planetary systems. Dhanyam Swasti Ayanam Mahat is the ultimate. Mahat is the greatest one. It's Swasti, it gives the greatest success for you. And Dhanyam is good, so much perfect, and also it does the ultimate good for humanity. This is the purpose of Bhagavatam. So it is coming through the great acharyas. That is the greatest weapon we have. So we have to make some time for Bhagavatam, because Bhagavatam, we find the great exalted Mahajanas, their lives, their teachings, their instructions, everything is Vyasadeva compiled in such a way, in organic way, in a structured way. We have to go the structural learning. Then you get the glimpse of it. Then you see your life will be transformed without a doubt. Then you see yourself a different personality. You see your mind is a different mind. Your life, mind becomes saintly. Our life will become saintly. Our thoughts will become saintly. Bhakti is not just only a ritualistic activity where we remember God during a ritual, where you maybe approach God during some problems. No, bhakti is unconditional activity, the saintliness you see in every dealing, every situation, and every thought, every word. You find that saintliness in your lifestyle. That is the main purpose of bhakti, is bringing that outside world, achara. The internalization is very important. Understanding it, internalizing it, and reflecting on it, meditating on it, and slowly
You'll
putting
be
it.
able to do something for yourself. Dada is asking to you.
So that is the way you have to do it. That's the reason this great literature is given to us, to the humanity, to use that, the great wisdom, to overcome the day-to-day challenges also. Biggest problem, I'll tell you, there is saying, the people who has a lot of power controlling others, and the people say they're very powerful people. Yes, somebody is controlling others is the powerful person, no doubt about it. But the person who controls his mind, the person who controls intelligence, the person who controls himself is the most powerful man in this world. A powerful man can control other people with his power, but the person who's controlling his thoughts, his mind, his deeds, and his action, his own life, his self, is the most mightier, is the most powerful man. So we don't have to have a power to become powerful to control other people. A person who controls his own mind and body, intelligent system, senses, is the most mightier, is the most powerful man. So the Bhagavad-Gita or Bhagavatam will give you that capacity to become the most powerful. It's not about designation, make somebody powerful. It's about how you're channelizing your emotion, how you're channelizing your intelligence, how are you channelizing your actions in the right path. So that is the most, the person who's doing that is the most powerful man. So I think all of you are the most powerful, definitely, if you follow this path in due course of time. You're channelizing everything. So it's not about, a lot of times people think, "Oh, life is very, maybe is disturbing, life is sometimes challenges." If you really want to understand life, there are three ways you have to understand the life. Three places you can understand life. The first place you can understand life is the hospital. If you visit hospital, what do you realize there? You understand that the most beautiful thing, most valuable thing is health. So money is secondary. Our external beauty is secondary. External features are secondary. These are all secondary part. The most beautiful thing is good health. You understand the value of that health, appreciate that health when you visit hospitals, when you see the patients are screaming out of pain, out of agony. They're in miserable state. When you see that, oh God, if I have a good health, that is the most cherishable thing in my life. So if you want to understand life, first place is a hospital. And the second place you can understand life is the prison. If you go to prison, you understand the most precious thing in life is what? Not wealth, not the other things, freedom. If you go and talk to prisoners, what is the most important thing is what? Freedom. They have food, they have shelter, they have everything. There is no freedom. Why we need freedom? Freedom is not to go to PVR cinemas, IMAX theaters, and somewhere in these clubs and pubs and all the socialization. And I need freedom to do everything. No, freedom to make right choices in your life. If you make right choices with the right exercising of freedom, those right choices will create a right destiny for you, bright destiny for you. Right choices, bright destiny. Freedom to make right choices. What are the choices? A lot of people make choices career wise, financially, this and that. What is the ultimate choice you can make? Concerning caring for your soul. If you're caring for your soul, be kindness, be kind. Lot of people have lot of kindness to the poor people, other people, and people to Annadana, Raktadana, Netradana, Shastradana, Vidyadana. Excellent, no doubt. But the most thing is be kind to yourself. So kindness, show kindness on yourself. That means what? Understand yourself, understand who you are, make some time for yourself. So the freedom is not to just overindulge. No, freedom to make right choices, which will elevate your consciousness, which uplift your consciousness, which push you to the dharmic path, Sanatana Dharma path. That's the freedom is essential. If you go to prison house, you understand freedom is the most precious thing, not wealth. So then you start valuing the freedom what you got in your life. Many times you take for granted. We don't value that what we possess, what we have on table, we don't value them. We take it for granted. So start valuing freedom. Oh God, Krishna, somehow I got at least nobody's obstructing me. I could read Bhagavad-Gita. I could chant your Nama. I could read Krishna Prasadam. This is the most treasurable gift you gave me, Krishna. The freedom, you should cherish it to understand God, to reach God, not to overindulge in sensual demand, sensual activities. That even animal does that. An animal does that. Animal has no other business than only gratifying his body, his senses from morning till evening. There is no self-realization in animals. Freedom to understand the self, to realize the self. So if you go to prison house, you understand freedom is the most precious thing. And a third important place to understand life is a graveyard. Graveyard. The whole world is chasing after so many temporary things, thinking that that will make you happy, this will make me happy, this person will make me happy, that person will make you happy. Though this kind of phenomenon, bubble, everybody creating it. Sometimes people lose themselves, people sacrifice themselves to dive into that bubbles. But what is the reality? When you go to graveyard, this body will become decomposed. This body, we take care of it. We do a lot of people, you see how much they value this body. They put perfume, they put very valuable branded clothes and everything, they do it. At the end, when you go to graveyard, this body, just like a lump of flesh, just they dig it and or something, they burn it, it become the food for small insects, it become ashes, there's nothing else. COVID times, I was reading an article in New York City, the funeral homes in New York City. In New York, there is no place to bury the bodies and all. Especially the funeral home, the owner was telling that he made 200 times more business in COVID time because just burning the bodies into ashes. They bring the dead body, he put them in electrical machines, in a few seconds, ashes will come. That's it. Our life is just to become ashes. So you go to graveyard to understand ground, the ground we are walking, the ground we are walking, the same ground. The ground we're walking today, the ground will become our roof tomorrow when we die. The same ground will become our roof actually. So life is worth nothing. So we are not just lump of flesh or ashes. The soul is beyond that. Soul is beyond that. You have to understand that dynamics. So this is the way to understand life. So prison house, then graveyards and hospitals. Don't chase after material things. Don't complicate your life. The whole purpose of spirituality is it will give you, it will navigate you, it simplify things for you. So the mind is the greatest enemy in all transactions. Mind tells you, oh, he is a very good friend. Oh, she is very good to me. He is very good to me. Mind discriminates things. Mind tells you, somebody praises you, oh, he is very good. Somebody criticizes you, oh, he is very bad. Somebody give you feedback, you don't like it. Somebody wanted to help you, sometimes you may not like it. So this is all the bubbles everybody creates. Mind creates a whole different world inside you. That is the reason Arjuna says in Bhagavad-Gita, Krishna, I can control the direction of the wind. But Manah Chanchalam Krishna, I cannot control the Chanchala, this mind, flickering mind. I cannot control the mind, Krishna. See, we cannot even control the wind direction, right? Arjuna was so powerful, even he can navigate, he can control direction of the wind. But he is admitted that I cannot control this mind, Krishna. That is mind is the most powerful component. That's the reason we have to take shelter of Krishna's Nama. Krishna Nama does everything. You see, the many times people underestimate. Sometimes people's situation may crush also. Some people criticize you also. If you take this path, some people criticize you. So there is a small anecdote. The small anecdote tells us that so one old man and with his grandson and with a donkey, they were all walking to a different village. They were talking and walking, going on. Donkey was in the middle. And some village people criticized them. Hey, look at this, in the foolish people. The donkey was just walking ideally. They're also walking. So at least they have intelligence, at least they would utilize donkey as their carrier. They're all walking. So they criticize this grandfather and the grandson. Then they started thinking, oh, that is correct. Donkey is just walking. Maybe one of us could sit on the donkey. They're all criticizing us. Then what happened? The grandson said, Grandpa, you're an old man. Why don't you sit? Maybe I'll walk. I'm a young boy. The grandfather sat on the donkey. They started walking, going like that. They went to next village. In the next village, what happened? The next villagers start criticizing the grandfather. See, look at his grandfather. So such a man has no kindness. The small young boy is walking. He himself comfortably seated on donkey, and the young boy is walking. Look at this old fellow. He has no love for his grandson. Started criticizing him. Then he thought about, oh, that is also correct. Because I am an old man, I'm this young boy. Maybe I should be kind to him. And he got down from donkey. Then he requested his grandson, Beta, you please sit on the donkey. Other people criticizing us. Then, to avoid the criticism, the young boy sat down on the donkey. The grandfather was walking. They were walking, they went to next village. So a new set of people started criticizing this young boy. Look at this young fellow. He has no kindness for his old grandfather. The old fellow is struggling to walk. This young boy, he could walk right. He was comfortably seated on the donkey and he was enjoying the ride. His old grandfather was struggling. Then what happened, you see? Then the boy started thinking, oh, that is also correct. I should be more kind to my grandfather, right? Why did I sit on this? He also got down. They started thinking, what shall we do now? Other people will criticize us. Better we both of us sit on the donkey. It will be very good so that nobody will criticize us. They both sat on the donkey and they started going happily. They went to next village. They set of people started seeing that scene. Look at these people, man. They have no kindness. Look at the poor donkey. Look at the poor donkey is carrying the load of this grandfather and grandson. They have no kindness to donkey at all. They started criticizing both grandfather and grandson also. Then they started thinking, what is that? Every situation people criticize us. Exactly. That is the reality of this material world. If you take bhakti, if you read Bhagavad-Gita, some people are there to criticize you. If you chant Hare Krishna, some people will minimize you. If you put tilak, some people will laugh at you. If you talk about bhakti in your corporate office with your friends, some people will pull you down. So if you go and offer Krishna Prasadam, oh, without onion garlic, some people make you fun. If you don't go to movies, oh, don't know how to enjoy life. Criticism will come from all corners. That is the nature of the material world. You have to hold on to Krishna's feet. So Pandavas were criticized. Draupadi was criticized. So that is the nature of the material world. If you expect people should not criticize you, insult you, humiliate you, that means you haven't understood the nature of the material world. This world is meant for that only to make you to think, to push you to think. What is the reality of this world? Then start understanding, oh, this world is really disgusting. People value you by your position. People respect you when you have money, when you have title, when you have power. Old man, he becomes burden in the house. But he was highly respected when he was in young, when he was in adulthood, when he was earning money, when he had power. Whole family respects him. When he was in old age, people discard him. His value, his words have no value. Even he's trying to talk. So one old man was talking to me last week. So when I was traveling, so that person was telling me, Swamiji, I had only one son. I got him married, and his wife was very respectful towards me. Four children. So I built a very beautiful house in Hyderabad city. I have some other properties and everything. While I was earning, and they're all even grandchildren, my son, my the daughter-in-law, highly respectful towards me. The moment I retired, the moment I was not earning anymore, the moment I got some health issues, then I became so much burden. Sometimes they directly tells me also, we're not able to lead a normal life because of you. Same people who appreciated me so much. Now he was crying actually, one said. See, that condition I told him. You see how much you've done for your family members, but it's a written gift what you got, they criticize you. At least now, turn your attention towards Krishna. At least read Bhagavad Gita. You know what he told me? I was surprised also. He said, Swamiji, yes, that is right. Bhagavad Gita, everything that's good. I want to do it. But even they criticize me, but still I love them. I like them. That affection, samsara, affection is so strong, even you get beatings. You feel think, oh, this is nice only. Okay, I feel little some pain, but I'll be all right. He was telling me, so I told him, why don't you join some old age, senior old age living places where you get spirituality and everything. You get at least dedicate your time to understand your life. No, no, Swamiji, this is okay. Even I get beatings, I'm okay with this. This is the Maya. One side is crying, one side is pacifying, one side he wants solution. This is the nature of this world. So people not realizing at all. That's the reason when you take shelter of Krishna, even Yamadharmaraj also cannot touch you. Etavane valokesmin pumsadharma parasmrutaha bhakti yoge bhagavati yantannama grahanadibihi. Yamadharmaraj says in Srimad Bhagavatam, especially Ajamila episode. Ajamila episode, you might have heard Ajamila, one of the great sinners. How he was protected by Vishnu Dutas, time of the death. So, but he could not. Yamadutas could not take control of situation. Vishnu Dutas said he uttered the name of Narayana. So you have no jurisdiction. You cannot take the soul. You go and talk to your leader Yamadharmaraj. You have no right to touch this body. You go away. First time in the history of creation, Yamadutas failed in their job. They could not take the soul out of the body, Ajamila. They failed in their duty. They were puzzled also. What is this? This guy is so sinful. We cannot even touch him. We cannot take him. They went to Yamadharmaraj. And Yamadharmaraj was questioned. We are thinking you are the supreme control of death. Now we realize that is somebody superior than you. Who controls that? Such a man, Ajamil, a sinful man, he done so many sinful, you name it, he have done it. But we could not take him to Yamaloka. What was that? In that context, Yamadharma explained these words. Etavaneva lokeshmin. In this loka, in this universe, pumsa dharma parasmrutaha. Pumsa dharma, pumsa human being, paradharma. What is the supreme dharma of human being? One may do fatherly duty, motherly duty, corporate duty, everything, social duty. You may do every duty perfectly. What is the paradharma of the soul? Is Yamadharma Dharma Raja speaking? Who knows dharma? Who is Mahajana? The Dharma Raja is speaking about dharma of the human beings. Pumsa dharma parasmrutaha. What is the supreme dharma? Bhakti yoge bhagavati. The dharma bhakti yoge bhagavati. Bhagavati is Krishna. Worshipping Vasudeva with bhakti, that bhakti yoga, worshipping Vasudeva, supreme dharma. Now, how does that bhakti begins? How does the bhakti begins? Bhakti yoga begins. Tannama grahana hadibihi. It begins with the Adi. What is the beginning of the bhakti? Tannama, his nama. Krishna nama, Rama nama, Vishnu nama, Tannama, Grahana Adibihi. This is the beginning of Bhakti Yoga. That Bhakti Yoga, Paradharma Sprutaha Pumsaha, for human being, the supreme duty, Etavan Eva Lokeshmin in the whole universe. That is the supreme duty of human being. That is Bhakti Yoga, worshipping Vasudeva and chanting the holy name of Krishna, the supreme duty of human beings. You see that essence of Yamadharmaraja, you got it. At least you heard it. At least you were chanting one mala, two mala, whatever number of Harinama you were doing it. That means what? Even Yamadharmaraja cannot touch you if you hold on to that path. Because you're fulfilling the duties of the soul. Bhakti Yoga Bhagavati. Then your life will be completely safe in this material world. Isn't it? So in this world, there is no scarcity of money, no scarcity of food, no scarcity of water, but the great scarcity of character. Very difficult to find a godly character people in this world. The purpose of bhakti to create the godly character people. The easy way to become godly by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. It's not an ordinary mantra ISKCON created. This is an ISKCON mantra. It's coming from the scriptures. ISKCON institution popularized it because of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction. It's coming from the Shastras. Don't ever underestimate this process because it's coming from the legacy, coming from the parampara. So that is the reason many people may criticize you. It's better to walk alone. It is better to walk alone than going with the crowd in wrong direction. It's better to walk alone in Dharma path. The Dharma will protect you. Dharma will liberate you. That is the main thing. So we have to somehow or other understand the glimpse of it. So Bhagavad-Gita is mainly meant for this, mainly meant for this. So don't even, I would suggest you, this is a great opportunity you got it. If you misuse it, you'll be the great loser actually. See, financial losses, somebody lose financial certain things, your life never ends. Financial things is essential, yes, to take care of your body needs. A lot of times people take extra anxieties, even they have food to eat, they have place to live. Sometimes the financial thing, they crush them down. They think, financial loss, my life is gone. Like a coffee day CEO, he jumped. Today is everybody glorify his wife. Oh, his wife is doing wonderful. No, the problem is the mind. Problem is the mind. So we have to understand how to channelize the mind. That's what Krishna says. The mind should be absorbed in my thoughts, godly thoughts. The godly thoughts give you the courage, give you that wisdom, give you the facility to even the whole world is going to crush you, you will not let it go. The stubbornness comes from Krishna's energy, Krishna's Nam. That is the way you have to even better to prepare to handle this path. So relationships sometimes may not be very pleasant. The environment may not be very pleasant, but don't lose hope. So Pandavas had gone through that for 13 years, especially the last 1 year Virata Parva, 14 years, the whole episode. The last 1 year Virata Parva, you see, Virata Parva, what happened? Bhima became a cook. See their condition. Bhima became a cook. Arjuna became a dance teacher. He became a transgender. And dance to teach dance and art and music. Arjuna, imagine Arjuna became a transgender. Just the thought itself, you see what kind of humiliation, what situation they gone through. Draupadi had such a powerful 5 husbands. Draupadi became a servant of the queen of Virata. Servant of the queen of Virata, King Virata. She used to comb the hair of queen. Draupadi was a queen of Hastinapur. And thousands of servants, maid servants. She had gone that luxury, experience and everything for many years from her birth, actually. Drupada, her father was such exalted king, Drupada. That's how she got the name Draupadi. Born a royal family, today she became maid servant. Imagine her situation. Nakula Sahadeva became the caretakers of the cows. Sahadeva became caretakers of horses. What is the problem here? So our mind is a problem. Don't lose your life because of small bubbles. of the temporary problems. Pandavas are the greatest inspiration for humanity. Greatest inspiration for humanity. They've gone through the most extreme conditions, such a royal life to the maid servant life. Sometimes, people hesitate even to do their own things. See, Draupadi became a servant, maid servant, combing somebody else's hair. What is that? They're universally famous characters, Pandavas. Krishna used to walk in their house, dine with them, joke with them. Even Devatas would come to their house. But look at their condition. But how they survived 14 years? By Krishna Nama Smarana and Krishna Leela Smarana and Krishna's absorption. The satsanga they created in the Vanavasa time. Satsanga, they had sadhus association, saintly association that gave them the capacity to handle it. There are no other way you can handle any adversity in the material world without the sadhu sangha association. That's the reason Sanatana Dharma, you hold on to Dharma, the Dharma will protect you. Sometimes it tells you, you see, it's not about the weight of the object. You see, this is a phone. It's maybe 200 grams. If you ask you, if you ask you 200 grams, correct? If you ask you, okay, can you hold this? Yes, Prabhuji, I can hold this only 200 grams. I can hold just like that. It's very easy. If I ask you to hold this for 5 minutes, you say, yes, Prabhuji, I can do that. 5 minutes, yes, I can hold this. If you ask you to hold this for 1 hour, then you started feeling the pain. Your arms, shoulders, this whole system started giving you pain. If you ask you to hold for 3 hours, then your hand will be shaking. If you ask you to hold for 1 day, your hand will become paralyzed. It is not the weight of the object make you paralyzed. It's how long you carry that object will make you paralyzed. Maybe 200 grams only. You have to hold it for 1 day. It will make you paralyzed. Not about the weight of the object, the time, the duration. You carry that will make you painful. Similarly, you may have the small problem. Problem is there. But if you continue to hold it in your mind, continue to carry within your mind, that the more longer you carry that in your mind, the more it will make you painful, it will crush you, it will paralyzes you. It's not about the problems, size of the problem, how long you carry the problem within your thought, within your mind. That degree will crush you. We need to vent out, we need to flush out. That's why Sadhu Sangha, Bhagavad-Gita, Krishna Nama, all these things will help you. How do we flesh out those things? Then your emotions will be fleshed out. It will crush you otherwise. It's not about size of the problem. The duration you carry the problem. The more you become spiritualized, more you spiritualize your mind, spiritualize your intelligence, then you don't carry that long time. If something problem comes, hey, chalo, chhod do man, leave it, flush out. I don't want to carry this anymore. Because that you have that intelligence and capacity, you discard it. Something not pleasant, you don't even go there. Get out of that. The capacity you build. Problem will not crush you. You will crush the problem. You don't go to Krishna and tell Krishna, right, how big your problems are. No, you tell the problem, how great Krishna is. You crush the problem like that. So you don't carry too long. Sometimes people may insult you. Sometimes failures comes. Sometimes you don't, life will not go according to your plan. All things are possibilities. But you learn the art, bhakti yoga art. What is that? You don't carry it too long. You may think about it. There's a learning experience for you. Learn it and get out of this. It's not easy. It's very easy to say, but very difficult to practice. There's a reason sadhana very important. So you have to have some regular activity to train the mind. If you want to lose weight, you have to train the body. If you want to handle adversities in life, you have to train the mind. How do we train the mind? Expose the mind to hear the holy name of Krishna. Expose the mind to hear the Leela of Krishna. Expose the mind to hanker for sadhu sangha, saintly association. Then you will able to see any kind of financial problem, this that, all problems. Just you see as a problem as a problem. You don't think is the life will be gone. Problem will take away your life. No, that is very narrow understanding of life. You have to develop the broader. You have to broaden the understanding of life through Bhagavad-Gita and Bhagavatam. Then you see problem as this problem. It will not crush you. You have to channelize the emotion. So don't carry too much in your thoughts, in your minds. It will make you restless. That impacts your health, impacts your system, everything. Then you're damaging a human life for pretty small problems. You got the most wonderful opportunity. You must utilize it. You must protect it. You must secure it. And you must relish it. First of all, you must relish the process. No? Bhakti, it offloads the burden. Offload the burden. Sometimes people think bhakti itself is a burden. It appears like that. But you don't know the benefits, no? Bhakti is not shifting the burden from one side to another side. Bhakti is completely offloading the burden. Krishna will offload all your burdens. You must have faith in the words of Krishna. So, make time for yourself. You chant Hare Krishna mantra every day ritualistically. You do that mantra. The Krishna association make you godly, give you the strength. And wherever possible, for all of you, eat Krishna prasad, offer to Krishna. Krishna, this is a fruit I would like to offer you, Krishna. You gave me everything in this world, air, water, ether, everything. Krishna, I would like to offer you fruit daily. You cannot offer fruit, at least water. There is a facility for you. Make some nice food, offer to Krishna out of love, without sattvic food, without onion, garlic. That's why by seva, you can melt Krishna. By seva, you can purify your heart. By seva, you can purify your consciousness. Seva is the most powerful weapon. Sadhana is like a vehicle. Seva is like a petrol. Both are important in devotional life. Sadhana and seva. Not that only I do sadhana, that you have a most powerful car, Lamborghini, Bentley, but there is no petrol in it. What will you do with that car? You do only seva. Some people do only seva. They don't chant. They don't read. They don't do sadhana. They do only seva. That means you only have petrol. There is no vehicle. What will you do with that? You need the combination, sadhana and seva. And third is sacrifice. 3 S is very important in life. Sadhana, seva, sacrifice. What is sacrifice? Time. You have to sacrifice time to do seva, sacrifice time to do sadhana. 3 years you have to hold on to in your life. Then your life will become the 4th yes. What is that? Successful. Your life will become successful. Success is not measured by your bank balance, not by your achievements. Success measured by these elements, sadhana, sacrifice, and seva, the devotion element. Then your Krishna will come personally to take care of your life. That is the promise given by Krishna in Bhagavad-Gita, right? Ananya chintayanto ma e jana paripasate tesham nityabhayuktanam yogakshema vahamyaham Yoga Kshema. Arjuna, I take care of your Yoga Kshemas. It is a promise given by Krishna. We'll discuss about that in future sessions. So, Krishna will never put you in anxiety. Krishna already given you the weapon. You have to learn art of utilize the weapon. These are the weapons. You already have the weapons. So fully utilize it, make your life sublime and meaningful and purposeful and successful. You give that knowledge to your children. Give the knowledge to your children. You nurture that your children with that kind of knowledge. Give the environment to them. So you haven't got that environment early years. They're very fortunate. They got that environment. Create that. Help them. Guide them. Coach them. You be the role model for your children. To demonstrate everything in real world, real life. So they observe, they learn from you. So you be the first teacher to your children. So you have to teach by example, not just only teaching it. So then your children will carry that kind of a teaching, that experience, and they'll go create an impact. They create an impact in this world. That is the purpose of human life. So understanding it and broadcasting it and make people also get benefited out of this, then life will be very glorious. So don't get morose, don't get drowned by problems, and don't get victimized by problems. So everything you have it, now you have to channelize it and be victorious dealing with your own mind. Somebody, as I mentioned, the most powerful person is who controls his own self. Is the most powerful than a person who controls others. Controlling others very easy. Controlling others very easy. Controlling yourself is not easy. You require sadhana, you require seva, you require sadhu sangha, everything required to control yourself. So don't underestimate the mind. Okay. So let me stop here. Anyone had any questions, anything on this topic?